Hello, this is Kevin from Speak English Today. I'm here to help you with some questions that you might be asked on the F1 visa interview. We have visa interview courses, and you can contact us and see if we can help you. Our F1 visa embassy interview courses are really helpful. A quick question: can you pass the F1 visa interview? Can you pass it the first time? It's important to pass it the first time. The second time is much more difficult. As we've said before, the embassy wants to know that you're a real student, that you can pay for school, and what your plan is after you study. Strong ties are the reasons why you will go home. They may be money, or love, or family, or career, culture. There's many reasons, and you must find your reason. How will you pay for school and living and books? You can show bank accounts that are over 6 months old. The following questions are questions that most people get asked, and don't try to lie. Let's look at some of the questions and see if you can find answers where you're telling the truth. Honesty is the best policy. Is your listening good enough to understand the questions? If you don't understand the questions, you may have an interpreter come, and that may make it more difficult. So, how are you able to pay for school and living? How can you prove it? Have you got an I-20? Do you know everything about your I-20? When you will study, when you will go to school, how much it will cost, when it will finish? So why did you choose this school? The answers you learn must be your answers and the truth, not memorized answers. The embassy wants to know the 4 basic questions. Do you understand why people fail the interview? They memorize questions. They give long answers that aren't clear. They try to lie. If you can answer the questions, I think you'll pass. Schools want you. Studying in America is big business, and the U.S. government wants to promote international students. So, can you pay for school? Do you understand what you're doing? Will you return home? Don't get a 214B rejection. It makes it more difficult. So be prepared to talk about your school and know what your town is like. Know why the school is good for your study. You can search the internet for what to do in the town. Find out about programs. Know if graduates from this school are successful. You should have good knowledge of your parents' work. Be proud of them and make their jobs sound important and that they are very successful. You should be confident about your being successful and what you will do when you return. What does your father do? What's your mother's job? How can their jobs help you when you return home after you study? We want you to be prepared and to understand the interview. Are your marks and grades good? Are you a good student? A serious student? Have you taken any English tests? IELTS? Does your major match what you have been studying? How will your studying help you when you return home? How can your family help you when you return home after studying? Have you emailed any professors at the school? Do you understand the different forms? How will you get to school? How far is it from your home? Will you live at school? Have you had any gap years between studying? This can be a very critical question. Gap years are when you take time off after high school before you go to college. These can be beneficial, but if you're not doing anything, you must have a good explanation for this time. These gap years can be critical, meaning they can be negative. The embassy may disapprove of it. They may think you're not a serious student. It can cause you to fail the interview and not get a visa. What will you do after you study? You can study for a long time in America and do optional professional training, but for now, only think about returning home, your culture, your food, your house, your network of friends, your career, love, the lifestyle, your family. Now only think about returning home. Learn to listen for the questions, to talk for yourself and make your own case. If they call an interpreter, you will not have control and you may not be okay. Practice in the mirror. Record a video of you. You'll be very surprised. Look at your eyes. Look at your face. Look at your body language. They'll be watching you to try to see if you're an honest person or telling a lie. I'm always surprised when I look at recordings or listen to my own voice. And I can always make improvements. Would you like an F1 visa evaluation? Please contact us and learn more about our evaluation or our F1 visa interview course. Thanks a lot, and I wish you the best of luck on your F1 visa interview. Watch our other videos to learn more about interview day. Thank you. Bye-bye.